welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Claire and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be showing you guys what's on my iPad plus some tips and tricks to show you guys kind of how to make like an aesthetic pleasing look or feel to your iPad. I did a what's on my iPhone video a couple weeks ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago. And it did pretty well on my channel, so I figured I would show you guys what's on my iPad because I do have an iPad and I've kind of got it set up in a really aesthetic way, so I figured why not show you guys some tips and tricks for it. So the iPad that I currently have is the Apple iPad Pro 11-inch, and I have it in the space gray color. I can take it out of this case for you guys to show you. So it looks like this on the back, and then it has the full screen on the front. And I just have this Apple case that sticks to the back of the iPad and that it flips over. This is actually getting really dirty, so I need to get a new case soon because it's really disgusting. But I have that case for my iPad, and then I also have the Apple Pencil. This is the second generation pencil that just sticks to the side of your iPad and it charges on here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into what's on my iPad. So I'm going to scoot over and I will have my iPad set up right here on the side. So we're going to go ahead and screen record this video. So coming on to my home screen on the iPad, I have this picture of Greece. This just really inspired me to put a travel picture on my iPad home screen because my iPad's kind of like my creativity electronic that I have. I do a lot of stuff on here. So having kind of like an inspiration of where I want to go and like just that creativity is on my home screen. So I just found this off Pinterest. Then as we open up the iPad, my lock screen is another picture from Pinterest. It's just a collage of inspiration and kind of an aesthetic I like. So basically just creating an aesthetic for your lock screen and home screen can really change like the mood and the tone of your iPad or iPhone or whatever you have. So moving on to the apps that I have FaceTime, calendar, photos, camera, contacts, clock, maps, home, notes, reminders, Apple TV, App Store, settings. And then I have this little app down here. This is a flip clock. I actually saw this off of another person's video and it was the coolest little thing just to have like on your iPad if you just want to have it set up. So basically you just click on it and it basically just displays the time for you, and you could have it like sitting in your background or, you know, just have it pulled up. It's really cute and it's a very aesthetic kind of clock that a lot of people know of. So I just have that. And then we have the dock on the bottom. So I just have Messages, Safari, Apple Music, the Mail app. I don't actually ever use it, but I have it. Then I have Files, and then the three other little apps are kind of the ones that I've recently used. So moving on to the next page, I have it pretty much kind of organized and really minimalistic. I don't like a lot of apps like showing, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the folders. So I have this extra folder and it just has podcast tips, Find My iPhone, or I guess Find My iPad, shortcuts, clips, App Store, keynotes, measure, numbers, pages, iMovie, iTunes U, and then this little app that I have, I will show you guys in the later parts of this video. It's the fonts app that I use to customize some things on my iPad. So the next folder that I have on my iPad is called Class. This is just all the things that I use for my classes. So we have GoodNotes, Blackboard. This is a kind of like textbook connect app. Google Docs, Google Slides, Drive, and Zoom. The app that I use the most in this folder is probably either GoodNotes or Blackboard. And basically on GoodNotes, it is just a app, and I've deleted everything that I had for my last semester because it's over. But basically, you can just create a notebook or whatever you want. Honestly, they have all these kind of different themes that you can put on the cover. You have a whole bunch of different types of paper to use. I use this mostly for class. I actually need to delete that because that's old. Basically, I would just create folders for each of my class, and if I take notes on my iPad, that is the application that I would use. So basically, all the others are kind of self-explanatory. Then moving on to editing, this is my favorite folder on the iPad. It's where all the creativity happens. So going through these apps, I have Procreate, which is my all-time favorite app. You just can do whatever you want on here. These pictures that are like really detailed are not mine. I can actually delete those. I think they came with like the app. I don't know, I guess they're other people's things. But actually haven't done a lot on here. I'll do something and I'll just delete it, but I just kind of get on here, draw, do whatever I want. It's really fun, really useful. So I have that. Then I have Canva. Canva I use for like my YouTube border, or if I need to like make a little, not advertisement, but like a little thing for anything, I'll use that with like words and stuff. Over, I haven't actually used it yet. I just downloaded it and I just haven't ever got to use it. Next I have Etsy and sell on Etsy. So here is where it gets kind of interesting. I am thinking about starting a little Etsy store. I'm far away from actually like setting it up and getting it all ready. I'm thinking about doing kind of like a sticker store on Etsy. That's why you saw in Procreate I had a little sticker thing, because I'm starting to kind of plan them out and what I want to do. So look forward to that in the future. It's really exciting and I'm so pumped to start that. Then I have YouTube Studio. This is basically where you can find all your analytics on your videos. Magic erasers, where you can erase the background of things. This is like the GIF app. And basically what you can do is you can go on here and you can search for, let's see if it'll let me do it. You can search for like, let's say we want to look up aesthetic. And you can like get all these really cool little, you know, just little GIFs to use. I actually haven't used this yet, but it's here if I need it. Then I have Pinterest, where I get all my backgrounds for my iPad or like inspiration for things. And then I have Lake. This is like an adult coloring app. It's really cool and really fun to use. So, and it has music when you like color. That's so cool. Then the next few apps that I have are Netflix, YouTube. This little app right here is called, I think, it's something board. I can't think of what the M word is. But basically I'm going into interior design, and this is an interior design app where you can create like different projects and it's super fun. So I have that, and then I have my Instagram, which on my iPad I just kind of use it for, I don't know, just to look through. I don't really get on Instagram on my iPad, but if you guys want to follow me you can. It's just Claire Boudreaux and I post on here pretty regularly, so you guys can follow me on there. So moving on to the next part of this video, I made a list on my phone of things that I want to show you guys for like customization or making things like really aesthetic pleasing. So the first I'm going to show you guys are the fonts that you can do. So going back to the app, fonts, you need to just download this from the App Store. Basically what you can do is you're going to allow it to add to your keyboard. And once you do that, you have all these little fonts up here, which some of them you have to pay for, some of them you don't. So what I'll do with the fonts app is, if I want to do like the label for the folders, what you can do is I'll make a quick folder real quick. I will move this over, if it'll let me. We're just going to move this into here. You're going to do this, and then you're going to click, where'd it go? Okay. So you're going to see, you might have to click on something to get it pulled up. Sometimes it just pulls up automatically. So we're just gonna, we'll just do this one. This one's kind of, no, we'll do typewriter. So basically you could just type and it has the font already there. I use the square one with the white, so it looks like that. Super duper cute. Really great for if you want to kind of create that really modern look. So you can do that, or you can also go in to shortcuts. Let's say you want to name like the actual app, you want to like actually rename it. So we'll go to scripting, we'll go to open app, and then you can just choose whatever app you want to do. We'll just do App Store, and then we'll go to these three little dots up here. You will do add to home screen, and then you can rename it with the font. So we're gonna do App Store. And then technically what you would do is it's gonna add it to your home screen, but that's just gonna rename like the name of it. So it's gonna look like this little app right there, the little orange one. Technically you would be able to redo like the icon, and that would replace your App Store. So when you click on it, it's gonna take you to your App Store. So that's something also you could do. That takes a lot of time if you want to do that, but it's also really cute and really fun to do. The next thing we want to talk about are backgrounds. So as you guys saw, I got these off Pinterest. Literally all I do is I'll just go to Pinterest, and you can search up aesthetic wallpaper, and I will literally just scroll and scroll until I find, let's say I find something kind of cute that I like. Like I like this blotched wallpaper, but I don't really like it a lot. Then I'll just go through and it pulls up similar ones that I might like. Oh, like I kind of like that one, so I might screenshot that, and then it'll just bring up more that are kind of similar. So that's basically how I find my wallpapers, is I just look up aesthetic wallpapers, and then I will just go through and try to find ones that I like the best. The next thing that I want to show you guys are kind of in the settings. So if you just go to settings, there's a whole bunch of different things that you guys can do to your iPhone, iPad, or any Apple product to customize it to your liking. So the first thing that we're going to go to is home screen and dock. So I think this is mainly for the iPad, but let's say you can see the layout is kind of like all the apps are kind of big and it's taking up a lot of space. Well, let's say you don't like that. You can switch it to more, and it's going to have all your apps really small and just kind of more room, I guess. I don't know, but that's kind of a one thing you can do, but I always just keep mine on bigger. Okay, so the next customization thing that you can do in settings, I'm sure a lot of people already know about this. You can change it from light to dark, so you can do light mode or you can do dark mode. Also, with switching from light to dark, you can also do this thing called night shift, and you can actually like schedule a time for your phone to kind of like switch the bright colors of the phone to like more darker and dimmer colors. So you can set that to where a certain time hits and your phone automatically switches, and you can do this thing where you can like make it a lot more like kind of just to your liking. So just kind of just little things that you can do to customize your thing. So the last thing that I'm going to show you guys on customizing your iPad is something that I actually saw from someone else, and I was like, I had no idea that this was on an iPad, and you guys may not either. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to accessibility, and then you're going to go to motion, which is right there. And there's this thing called reduce motion, and I had no idea what this even meant, but I'm going to show you guys. So I have it turned off right now. So what that means is when I click on the app, there's kind of like a pause and it just kind of pulls it up. Well, if you're going to hit reduce motion, what that's going to do, and you'll see it when I close out, is going to fade out. So it's going to fade in, fade out, and then when you don't have it, it's just going to kind of like pop out. So I think it's just kind of cool to have it turned on. It's kind of more sleek and just nice looking when you pop out of an app. So I'm just having it turned off. I don't know why, I just have it turned off. So that is all that is on my iPad. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing maybe some new apps to help customize your iPad, or some new like tips and tricks that you may have not known about to add to your iPad for a more aesthetic, kind of sleek looking theme. So with my whole Etsy idea, I literally just kind of popped this idea into my head, and it really inspired me to do it. So I've been planning really hard, kind of starting to get a few things done. I want to have like a good foundation before I even just start it. So I want to have enough things prepared and ready to show you guys before I just kind of pop open the store. I also need a lot more materials to get before I can even start the store, but I will definitely let you guys know when I get this opened up, and I am so excited to start on this new journey. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. I post pretty much on Tuesdays, and kind of been sticking with that. I kind of want to do like a Tuesday, Thursday thing, but that might become later. I don't know. You guys can follow me on all my social media to keep up with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!